Hello everyone, it's David Chambers with Levi.
And Levi!
And today we are going to be talking about cartoons.
What? No, we're not talking about cartoons, we're talking about Godzilla.
That's what I said, cartoons.
Oh, I thought you said cartoons.
No! Hello.
But yeah, this is a cartoon channel anyway, so I bet you can't guess what we're going to be talking about. Which Godzilla cartoon related thing that just released we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, first let's get into our personal histories with Godzilla. Starting with myself. Before I met Jeremy, I knew absolutely nothing about Godzilla except for maybe what Ed and Eddie did with Godzilla. Like, I'm pretty sure they played some Godzilla movie clips in some episodes, you know.
Cartoon coming off the that as well.
Whatever. So yeah, I never even knew Godzilla's name before I met Jeremy, so there you go. Jeremy taught me everything I know about Godzilla.
Yep. What got me into the King of the Monsters was actually a VHS. Actually, no, Chacha. It was the horrible Matthew Broderick 1998 film that got me started.
That's the first Godzilla thing you watched, but when did you become a fan of Godzilla?
Well, I became a fan whenever I got a copy of Godzilla Unleashed for the PS2. And honestly, the Wii version sucks. Anyway.
Okay, so you first watched the 98 film, and then you played a Godzilla video game, and then all of a sudden you got this desire to learn everything you can about the big green monster.
Yeah.
Alright. So when did you watch the original 1954 video? Or movie, film?
I say that was when I was about 8 or 9, probably.
Okay. So would you say you got into the series backwards?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like everybody else here in the States. Mostly.
I don't know. But anyway, now since we've talked about the history of Godzilla, let's talk about the new thing that just came out on Netflix, the animated Godzilla movie. Now, back to my history of Godzilla. I don't consider myself a Godzilla fan. I am not a fan. There are some movies I like, and there's some where I'm like, yeah, this isn't for me. Like Shin Godzilla, good movie, good movie. I am not the target audience, so it's not for me. Shin Godzilla is not for me, and like even Jeremy thinks that it wasn't for him, and you know he's the biggest Godzilla fan I know. And yeah. So, the new movie, The Planet of the Monsters, it's going to be like the beginning of like an animated Godzilla trilogy, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so...
it's a video to Mecha Godzilla, which we already kind of saw in the first half.
Alright, that's cool, but, yeah. So, I thought the movie was pretty good. I think my favorite Godzilla movie, though, is still, the first one you kind of showed me, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla.
Oh, yeah, the 70s one?
Yeah, the original first appearance of Mechagodzilla. Like,
Yeah, that was probably the second goriest film compared to Geigen.
but yeah, I think that one's my favorite, and this animated one is my second favorite. But I've only seen this movie one time. Like, I've only seen both movies one time. So on repeat viewings, if I ever watch them again, which I probably will watch this new one at least again before the sequel comes out. Like, the movie was just pretty good. Like, I love sci-fi. Anything sci-fi related, like, you know, automatically enhances something. So this was really the first true sci-fi Godzilla film.
True.
Like, Godzilla's dealt with aliens in space before, but this is the first, like, really sci-fi feeling Godzilla movie. So that's, you know, what kind of helped me like it a bit more than everything else Godzilla related. But, yeah, and I also am a man of science. Science! Like, before I became, like, an animator and YouTuber and whatever, when I was a kid, I just wanted to be a scientist because I love robots so much, and this movie had human mechs fight Godzilla, and that was pretty cool. Like, anything with advanced alien or whatever technology, I love it automatically. Why else do you think Ben 10's my favorite TV show of all time? But, yeah. So, well, that, like, the whole sciencey aspect of the film was kind of my favorite part, and even more so than the animations. Like, whenever they arrive on Earth and everything's changed and stuff, and the planets evolved, that was interesting. And I kind of, and that aspect of the film makes me want to go watch it again just so I can study it and learn it more like a true scientist.
See, but this is only the first half of the movie.
Like, yeah, there's going to be a part 2 and a part 3, but, you know, it's just this inner child scientist inside of me just wants to analyze it and stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, my opinion of the movie is it was alright. It was an alright Godzilla film.
Yeah.
It's just what can I say about most Godzilla films that I've seen.
True.
So yeah, and like, do you have a final opinion you would like to share?
I mean, it's pretty good in terms of the story aspect, but I don't get what makes people so ticked off about this new Godzilla. Well, truly looks like the legendary Godzilla, but that must be on purpose or something like that. Anyway, the most annoying thing that people get so triggered about is when Godzilla doesn't do his usual atomic breath.
Yeah, instead it's like electromagnetic pulse, which is a bit weird because Godzilla is normally like a giant radioactive creature, but instead he's more like he's a bit more like being of energy and stuff with this movie, which kind of helps it fit a lot more along with the sci-fi setting, if you ask me. But I don't understand why Godzilla fans would really hate that change as much as like the change with the '98 film. Like, ow.
Well, the 98 film was a complete disaster for most of them. I personally think that it's a good film on its own if you just call it Zilla, not Godzilla, if you know what I mean. Like, respect that movie as its own kaiju instead of think it's Godzilla.
I like to call that movie Godzilla in name only because that's what people called it for a while. And I think that's what we should call every bad reboot of something. Like Ninja Turtles in name only. You know.
But the only thing that I liked other than it respected it at movie its own thing is the animated series. I mean, it's great to see that older 1970s bit off back again after what, 30 so years. But the way that they did it with the 98 movie was okay for me, but the ending sucked. Like, he has not even got close to watching the ending because it's so boring for him.
Anyway, that was really getting off track. So yeah, let's just back to the Godzilla animated movie. It was good. I'm going to watch the sequel. And for the people who didn't like this movie, well, I'm sorry for you guys. I hope it grows on you later, but for me, it's just a miracle it is where it is now because, again, I'm not a Godzilla fan. He is the Godzilla fan. True. I'm the Ben 10 fan.
Ben 10 Adventures, etc.
Anyway, so, yeah. Yeah, it was a good... It was a good movie. I'm going to watch the sequel. And as for the future Godzilla, I mean, hopefully after this animated trilogy, then they would do something else with Godzilla in anime. I'm not a Dragon Ball fan, but I am happy that, after those two animated Dragon Ball movies, then they got a new Dragon Ball TV series, Dragon Ball Super. So, that's what I would kind of like to see after when this Godzilla anime trilogy's over. Just a TV series after that.
Yeah. I mean, we've got crappy ones in the past. Like that. I can't even say that one so
Hanna-Barbera!
No! Yeah, that show threw fans off guard. Even with Gatsuki.
Anyway, so let's talk some more about the future of Godzilla. So the American films, those aren't stopping anytime soon. Does the sequel to 2014 come out next year or this year? I don't know.
I think it's this year. But I actually don't know when it's coming out. I'm gonna have to
But yeah, what are your expectations for the film? Do you think it'll be extreme improvement over 2014? Do you think it'll be a very similar film, like Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen compared to the first Transformers movie?
I mean, I really hope that it doesn't do the Transformers thing where just trying to first movie sort of a lot and doesn't do anything. I really hope that they somehow introduce Rodan, King Ghidorah, and Mothra, but one thing about Mothra, the only thing that I hate what Martha comes into a Godzilla movie is the fact of her stupid fairies. They don't do nothing to protect the
Wait a second.
humans.
Did you just mention fairies?
Yes.
Fairies created Mothra? Wait a second. Giant fire-breathing lizards. Giant flying Ninja Turtles. Giant flying moths. This could only be the work of fairy godparents!
Anywho, yeah, no fairies whatsoever because they do nothing but get captured. Martha has to go to Tokyo to smash it up. And then the furniture, I'm like, look at go about. I'm like, what the heck is that all about? But yeah, no fairies. Other than that, I hope it does something like what Kong Skull Island did, just somewhat.
I was hoping you wouldn't mention Kong Skull Island because that is the next vlog where we talk about King Kong, and I haven't seen any King Kong movie yet, so we were going to watch them after this vlog, and then you had to mention Kong Skull Island.
What? What a legend.
Okay, whatever. I just didn't want to give any hints to the viewer at home, but oops. Ow. Anyway, so yeah, we've talked about the future of Godzilla, we've talked about the new movie, we talked about our history with Godzilla. So do you want to tell our viewers at home where they can find you?
They can find me at youtube.com/search. Music will be in the description down below.
Yeah, and if you want to see more of my vlogs, which will most likely not be talking more about Godzilla, you can also subscribe to me. But if you are a Godzilla fan, then subscribe to him. Anyway, guys, bye.
Bye.